Hey there folks, Tom Rigsby from TomRigsby.com. This week we're talking about our vision-based framework, how you can come up with your vision for the future and how that drives your goals, your projects, your tasks, all undergirded by your values. Today we're talking about goals. Stay tuned. This is 7 Minutes in the Morning. Hey there folks, this is Tom Rigsby, your business coach, and you have found 7 Minutes in the Morning. It's a daily show where we take on one topic to help you build a better business. Today we're continuing a conversation we started yesterday about how to use a vision-based framework for decision making, planning, and executing in your business. Now the big idea here is that by casting your vision at the beginning and letting that be the guiding force as you come up with goals, projects, and tasks, that you create alignment, right? And so the tasks you're working on every day are in alignment with your projects, your goals, and your vision for where you want your business to go. This gives us a little bit of balance, a little bit better balance between our business and our life, and helps ensure that the tasks we're working on get us where we want to go. So we're going to start breaking that down today, and today I want to talk about goals. Now we've talked a lot here on 7 Minutes about goals, especially last December or so when we were getting ready for the new year to start. Right? But goals are big picture things, right? 2 to 5 years. Maybe it could be a little bit shorter than that, but the goal is a milestone. We'll look at them as milestones, things you want to achieve on your way toward reaching that vision. Now goals, there's an acronym I use all the time. If you've heard me before, you may know where I'm going with this. But goals need to be SMART, right? Specific, measurable, actionable, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. They need to be specific, not I want to have more business than I had last year. If you make $1 more, you have more business than you had last year. Be specific. I want to double revenue from last year. That way, if you had, 20,000, then next year you have 40, the next year you have 80. Double gives you that specificity that you need for your goal to be specific. Measurable. It needs to be something that you can actually measure. Now, maybe there's some merit in having a goal that says, I want to feel better about my business by the end of the year. But that's not really measurable. Again, go back to the, double. That's something that you can measure. Maybe another goal that you have that would move you toward your vision is, I want to cut back the hours that I spend working on my business. So if you're working 50 or 60 hours, you can set a goal to reduce those hours by 10 hours a week within 3 months, right? That's a specific and measurable goal. The A in SMART stands for attainable, right? You don't want to say, last year I did $10,000, next year I want to do $10 million. Yeah, okay, maybe you can do that if something spectacacular happens in your business, but probably you're not going to go from 10,000 to 10 million. Right? Be realistic and attainable. And speaking of realistic, that's the R in SMART. They need to be realistic, something that you can actually hope to get to. So the A and the R really work together there. And the last letter in the SMART acronyms, T, it needs to be time-based or time-limited. Right? How, the example I used before, I want to cut my hours back by 10 hours a week within 3 months. If you just say, I want to double my revenue, or I want to cut my hours back by 10 hours, but it takes you 2 years to accomplish that, that leaves you with a goal that's a little open-ended, right? One of the problems that we run into when we get a goal that's very long-term like that is that we can lose the momentum of working on that goal over such a long time. So I usually encourage people to make shorter term goals, 6 months, maybe a year, Sometimes, as I said in the open, 2 years is appropriate, but you need to break those down into smaller projects. We'll get into that later this week. All right, so as you're setting goals, first you start with your vision, and then you say, okay, what steps do I need to do in order to achieve that? If I want to make work optional, what do I need to achieve? Well, I need to achieve a system that continues to generate income even when I'm not spending my time working on it. Right? Remember, as employees, even self-employed, all we're really doing is trading time for money. Right? In order to break through that plateau, we have to find a way to create a system that throws off cash, throws off income, even when we're not trading our time. Okay, so if I want to make work optional, how do I create income when I'm not working? Those are the goals that we need to pursue. That's how that breaks down into goals. So let's say I need to create a product that I can sell online 24 hours a day. All right, so then that becomes one of the projects that tie into that goal. See how all this is working? So, and then as we get that project laid out, break that down into tasks. So that's kind of the idea behind goals. Now there is a special kind of goal. I mentioned it yesterday. It's called a big, hairy, audacious goal. We'll talk about that more in tomorrow's show. That's again, special kind of goal that makes sure that we stay on track, especially on those longer term journeys that sometimes we need to take. As always, if you have questions or comments, I'd love to hear those and get that feedback from you. You can send those to me in email, tom@tomrigsby.com. Also, don't forget, visit us on iTunes, leave us a review. We like to get those reviews in also. You can get there. The easiest way to get there is 7minutesinthemorning.com/iTunes. Takes you right to that page where you can leave that rating and written review. All right, be sure to join us tomorrow when we're talking about that BHAG, that big, hairy, audacious goal. And until then, that's it for today. My name is Tom Rigsby. I'm your business coach.